Hello and welcome to Chapter 13, Statistics. This will be a guided answers to problem sets. First we're going to start in 13.3 because the first two sections are mostly vocabulary and not so much the stuff that we can actually work with. And we're also going to cover 13.4, 13.5, and 13.6. So let's get started. 13.3, Frequency Distributions and Statistical Graphs. So first, you may be asked to build a frequency distribution with the following data. Okay, and what that is referring to is that it wants you to list the observed values here, and that's just going to be gathering data you find from this list of raw data right here. So it's going to be 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. And now the frequency, all you have to do is just count the number of times these appear, and if you do that, you're going to see that 0 occurs 8 times, frequency of 8. 1 has a frequency of 11, 2 has a frequency of 18, 3 has a frequency of 11, 4 has a frequency of 6, 5 has a frequency of 4, 6 occurs 2 times, 7 has a frequency of 1, 8 has a frequency of 2, and 9 has a frequency of 1. Now what it might ask you to do is total these, and all you'll do is total the number of frequencies, and that's just having the number that occurred in the box. And if you do that, you're going to get 64. Now that makes sense because this is an 8 by 8 build. Now, if we look at problem set 2, we're going to have to find the following pieces of information with the given data. We're given some ages and some times per week eating ice cream. So we have to find the class width, the lower class limits, upper class limits, module class, and midpoint of a class. So the class width, just counting the numbers between each category, or the amount that happens in each range. So you say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that means that there are 5 spacings in each category. So the class width is 5. It has 5 as class width. And the lower class limits in each category are referring to the number that occurs on the left side of the dash. So those are going to be 1, 6, 11, 16, 21, 26, while the upper class limits are going to be the ones found on the right side of the dash. So those are going to be things like 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, and 30. While the module class is going to be an amount that has the most occurrence. So as you can see from here, 25 as a type of frequency happens for the age range of 21 to 25. It's ones that happen. It's what happens the most often. Okay, midpoint of a class, all you have to do is just grab a single category and add them together. So you have 1-5, you say 1 plus 5 divided by 2. Because the midpoint is saying halfway. So you're going to add these together, you get 6 divided by 2, and you get 3. 3 is the midpoint of a class. Okay, so problem set 3 may ask you to build a histogram with the given information. So what I would recommend doing is first giving your chart a title. I would say ice cream eating weekly. Okay, and on the horizontal panel, I'd list that as ages by class, and I would say that this is going to be our starting point at 0. This will be 1 to 5, 6 to 10, 11 to 15, 16 to 20, 21 to 25, and 26 to 30. Okay, and on the vertical, let's say times per week eating ice cream, times per week eating ice cream. If you look from our data, which is above, that the category of ages from 1 to 5 will eat about 21, so in the highest was 25. So let's list each of these by 5. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So from 21 to 5 category, each 21, they're going to eat about this amount. Okay, so the 6 to 10 range eats about 10, so they're going to eat that amount. The 11 to 15 eat about 9, so they're going to eat a little bit less. The 16 to 20 eat about 15. Okay, 21 to 25 eat the most at 25. Okay, and 26 to 30 range, they eat 20. They eat a lot of the ice cream. So that gives you a rough idea of what a histogram looks like. Okay, next you're going to have to build a frequency polygon with the given data, and it's going to look a lot similar to what we just built. And I'm just going to put the same labels as before on this graph. Okay, and for this, on the vertical side, let's do the times per week eating ice cream. Again, we're going to use the same notation of 0, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, and 30. Okay, now for the classes, let's actually label each of these points from 1 to 5, 6 to 10, 11 to 15, 16 to 20, 21 to 25, and 26 to 30. Okay, now with the polygon, it's going to start at 0 and it's going to end at 0. So just as before, 1 to 5 groups have 21, so they're going to eat about this much right here. Oh, wrong category. 5, 1 to 5 eat that amount. 6 to 10 eat 10. 11 to 15 eat 9, so they eat just a little less. 16 to 20 eat 15. 21 to 25 have 25. And finally 26 to 30 have 20. So now we just take the dots we've built and we connect them. Kind of like connect the dots. It's going to build a polygon of the data. Just make sure that where the data starts, you have it at 0, connecting to where it begins, and then where it finishes, you again connect it to 0. And here is your polygon.